Welcome to Manifest Nation. Of course, I'm Brian Hyppolite, the Manifest Mentor. And this is not just a live stream, but this is not just another show to scroll past. This is Manifest Nation. This is a sovereign frequency. This is a nation of thought, of will, of destiny. Really not here to entertain as much as we are here for transformation. So, welcome to Manifest Nation. If this is your first time joining us, this is the territory of the awakened. This is where the generational curse breakers, the visionaries, come to become greater versions of themselves. This is a land of the curse breaker, the dominion of the sovereign mind. This is where we stop asking for miracles and we begin becoming miracles. Many of us never had a way, never saw a way. I know those who relate to me oftentimes, man, we didn't see a way, so we made a way. We became a way. And this is a nation that represents that. So this is not a country on the map. It's a consciousness. It's a place where truth is valued over comfort and discipline outweighs distractions. This is where healing is not just a conversation, it's a lifestyle. And today is Manifest Monday. It's the first day of our week. It's also the fall equinox. So there's a lot of cool and amazing things that we definitely want to talk about what that means for you, what you should be doing at this time to maximize your potential in this season of your life. So for most people, Monday is a dread, stress, the weight of survival. Not for us. Monday is dominion. Monday is the day we reset our power. This is the day that we activate our alignment and we set our tone for legacy. So welcome. The first thing I need to do, though, for those who are tuning in and watching, a friend of mine brought to my remembrance yesterday that normally this time of the year, I'm making a 90-day challenge available. I've created a 90-day spiritual alchemy challenge that I normally this time of the year are making available because it's like the perfect opportunity to realign yourself for the coming year. Realign yourself for the coming year. And so we got, once October hits, we got 90 days left in the year. And so it's a very awesome challenge because it gives you the ability to day by day, piece by piece, step by step, really shift into alignment. And so it's just been so much going on. I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about the challenge. So I'm going to go, I'm headed to my Shopify store right now so that I can activate that for y'all. And definitely throw in some bonuses for those who want to be a part of it. Shout out to everyone that's been joining the Twitch channel, joining the Manifest Nation family. What's up? Good morning. How y'all doing? Shout out to everybody from Manifest University that's been rocking with me and building with me for the last couple years. You already see we taking it to a whole nother level. Manifest Mondays, man. I'm excited about this, about making this a staple in the week to where you already know what we're doing, and that's going to be speaking on the things that allow us to take things out of our mind and put it into our hands. Because that is I want to say a talent. It's a talent, I guess, for some people because they've done it over and over again. It's a skill set for some people because they've done it over and over again. Once you get used to identifying when you are moving in alignment, you make it a routine. You make it a routine. Anytime that you see that you're not, like, it's easy to find your way back to it. It's easy to do the things that's necessary to bring yourself back to it. So yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna adjust these graphics right now and have it available for everyone that wants to join. Because what it is that you're going to get a daily inspiration, a daily message, a daily challenge from me. It's delivered to you every day in video form inside the Manifest University Discord. And there's a spiritual alchemy class and accountability session that'll take place every other week. And really all you need is at least maybe 20 to 30 minutes of devotion to your transformation a day, and if you're willing to devote, just say 30 minutes a day towards your transformation for the next 90 days, I guarantee you're going to have a much different 2026 than you did a 2025, so that's really what it's all about. But who's in here? Let me know who's joining, who's watching, who's streaming. I'm about to get Instagram in here as well before I forget. Where you at? Where you from? Who's in here, man? It's been a lot of love being shown, and I appreciate y'all for that. 90-day challenge, the 90-day spiritual alchemy challenge. That's gonna be a vibe. The 90-day transformation challenge, because I'm gonna teach you in these 90 days everything that I'm talking about in my book, the 111 Keys of Spiritual Alchemy. Everything of how to turn your pain into power, your losses and your lessons, your burdens into blessings, all those great things, man. Top of the top to y'all. How y'all doing? Yeah, we locked in, man. It's Manifest Mondays. It's the first day of the week. Welcome to it, man. Welcome to Manifest Nation. Welcome to the fall equinox. Welcome to all the amazing things that's happening, that's taking place to allow you to be a greater version of yourself. You know what I mean? Like, this is a morning episode of Manifest Nation. It's not just your normal live stream. This is another opportunity for you to become greater. Shout out to you. Shout out to your divine alignment. Shout out to everything that brought you here at this moment in time. You know what I'm saying? It's not just something else to scroll past. This is a divine opportunity. Manifest Nation, we're a solving frequency. We're a nation of thought. We're a nation of will. We're a nation of destiny. We're a nation of waymakers. Shout out to all the waymakers, for all the people who didn't have a way, so they made their own. You know what I mean? Like, we aren't a people of just entertainment. We're a people of change and transformation. So welcome to Manifest Nation. Welcome to everyone that's tapping in. This is a territory for the awakened. Where y'all at? Greatest shot you be, greatest shot you doing, greatest shot you have. What's your 2026 going to look like? What is your 2026 going to look like? That's my question to you. Is it going to look the same way that 2025 look for you? Is it going to look greater? I pray it's going to look greater. I pray it's going to look greater. I pray the things that you struggle with or suffer through, or that was a limitation to you in 2025, aren't a limitation to you in 2026. So how do we make that happen? What does that look like for you? Let's start there. Let's start with identifying what that even looks like for you. By the way, I want to let you know this evening we definitely going to be having a much deeper conversation on the subject of manifesting. You know, like today we talking is across all platforms. What's up to everyone on IG, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and of course everyone watching from Twitch. Shout out to Manifest University. Shout out to Manifest Nation. Shout out to everyone that's been supporting, whether you've been going to Hyppolite.com and buying my books or downloading my music, or you've been streaming me from any of the music platforms, supporting through any of the social media platforms. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't say it enough. And so that's why I'm really here to give back and to offer you some of the gifts that I've been given and the understandings that I've been given that have not only benefited me but benefited so many other people at this point. So with Manifest Mondays, I'm going to show up and I'm going every Monday with more information of how to take things out of your mind and put it into your hands. So like this morning, you know, we streaming across all platforms, but this evening is going to be exclusively on Twitch. It's going to be a Manifest Nation episode on Twitch exclusively, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you definitely want to pull up for that. You definitely want to pull up for that, and it's going to be a much deeper conversation, a master class, you know, on this temple of transformation that we on. So over here at Manifest Nation, we go beyond motivation. We get into the mastery. So over the next few hours, I'm going to challenge everything you might think you know. We're going to tear down some illusions. We're going to rewire some beliefs. We're going to activate the alchemy inside of you. And if you stay until the end, you will not only walk away with just inspiration, but you will leave with a blueprint, with a set of keys, with direction you can apply right now. And for those who are ready to go deeper, I'm going to open the door to something life-changing. That's the 90-day spiritual alchemy challenge. And this is, of course, not just a course. It's not a book, but it's an initiation into the daily practices, the mindset shifts, and the rituals that allow you to go from lacking limitation to having a lack of limitations in your life. 90 days of rewiring your life from the inside out, because that's exactly what it takes. You're going to have to start being a vibrational match for the things that you want to see manifest in your life. And you're going to have to do the inner work so that it starts to show in your outer existence. And tonight, again, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch, my Manifest Nation channel, I'm going to ignite you with some powerful information that's going to help you do that. You know, the challenge will transform you. Whether you join just this by watching the episode or you actually join the 90-day transformation challenge that's starting October the 1st. So listen, I love y'all to life. Thank you for tuning in and tapping in with me. And yeah, I'm gonna get to some real information for y'all. I'm gonna get to some real information for y'all, man. It was one of those days where I couldn't sleep. I take that back. I slept, but couldn't stay asleep. And I don't know, man. You know, I'm on the West Coast right now, but my body still be on East Coast time. So when like you ever had those times when it's 4:44 in the morning, and that's when you get woken up out of your sleep, and it's like the moon or the universe or God answers somebody calling you, somebody waking you up and bring you back into consciousness, and you look at your clock or you look at your phone or whatever, and it's 4:44. Like, so when that happens to me, it's still happening on East Coast time, but I'm on the West Coast, so that means it's 1:44 when that's happening. And so we up, and we out, and we with it. And that's exactly what happened this morning. But yo, this is what I want to do real quick. I want to play a few keys from my audiobook. Because it really sets the tone. It really does. Manifesting you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, give me a second. Let me get the right key here for us. And there we go.
The limitations, trickery, and devices crafted to bind us were all planned for us long ago. The shackles are now on our minds, and chains are no longer needed on our bodies. Let's consider many of the behaviors, traits, habits, and characteristics we call our personality. There are actually learned behaviors we were either handed down or created in order to adapt to a toxic environment and or a traumatic situation or circumstance. More often than not, even as we emerge from and escape these sources of suffering, we take with us the mentalities and coping mechanisms we took on. Even an acute understanding of this summons up the question, who, what, and how would you be if you existed outside the identity your trauma gave you?
And we're gonna come back to the audiobook for sure. But I definitely wanted to start with that. Who, how, what would you be if your fears weren't guiding you? If you had to make decisions today based off of faith, if you couldn't make any decisions based off of fear, what decisions would you be making differently? I think that's a very powerful question to ask yourself this morning as we are in the fall equinox. I'm not sure what you know, what you understand, about the fall equinox, but the sky been telling you a lot of amazing things lately if you've been listening to it, if you've been paying attention to it. The fall equinox is all about balance. It's all about balance. It's all about a reset. And if you pay attention to even what's been happening in the sky recently, from the fall equinox to the blood moon to the eclipse that we just had recently, like All these things is the earth giving you a very powerful message that's extremely relevant to your life. You know, as we stand in today's energy of the fall equinox, it's a powerful threshold of where day and night share equal balances. Nature itself is reminding us that balance, harmony more specifically, is key. It's key to growth. It's key to expansion. And that change is a part of that. Change isn't to be feared, it's to be embraced. And this season calls for us to pause, to reflect, to release. And most importantly, to prepare. You see, family, we are in a season that's, just like the trees that are shedding leaves, like we too must also let go of what no longer serves us. We must too also release those things so that we can step into our next season of power and our next season of potential. So take this equinox, for example. On the equinox, light and darkness are equal. That balance mirrors the balance that we need to have in our lives. It's a great time to ask yourself, where am I giving too much? Where am I giving too little? Where am I doing too much and where am I doing not enough? Am I taking care of my body the same way I'm building my business? These just, questions I had to ask myself. Am I feeding my spirit with the same consistency that I feed my distractions and my desires? Tonight is an invitation to reset your scales, recommit to balance mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And if you've been out of alignment, today gives you permission to realign without guilt. Fall is also the seasons of, release naturally. Just as the trees shed their leaves, we too must shed our baggage. There's some things that you want to happen in your life, and it's not going to happen for you as long as you're still holding on to the baggage of your previous season. I'm going to say that for you again. There's some things that you want to happen into your life and come into your life, and they won't arrive until you let go of the baggage from a previous season. I'm not sure how you travel, if you ever traveled this way, but sometimes we don't be taking nothing with us. Because we know wherever we going, when we get there, everything that we need is either going to be there or be available to be purchased. And so we're not taking anything with us. This is a no baggage trip. You did what I'm saying? This is a carry-on season. You feel me? And you got to go through your carry-on season, not bringing on baggage. Everything that you need is going to be where you going when you get there. And there's a level of understanding, a level of consciousness, of course, and a level of faith that goes into understanding that so that you can walk through that, so that you'll just release these things. But it's definitely that time for you. It's time to ask yourself some things. What habits are draining my energy? What relationships are draining my energy? What old story am I still carrying that no longer defines me, that's no longer in alignment with what it is that I'm wanting for myself? And then you should definitely write those things down. You should definitely pay attention to that, because for every fear, for every limiting belief, for every cycle that you're repeating, there's a change that needs to take place. Write down every cycle that you're done with, every limiting belief that's been blocking your growth, every fear that you've been allowing to exist. Burn it, bury it, rip it, whatever you want to do, but release it, let it go. Release it with the intention that you will not carry it into your next season of your life. Now, this equinox is not just about letting go, it's also about harvesting. This is the season where farmers bring in their crops. You too have crops. You too also have a harvest. Your lessons, your wins, your growth, your expansion, your prosperity. Take a moment to acknowledge what you've built this year. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small you might think it is. It's major. Did you heal something within yourself this year? Did you learn a skill? Did you survive a storm that was meant to break you? Write that down. Write down 3 things that you're grateful for from a past season. This gratitude is your harvest, and it fuels you for the journey ahead. Let's get to a place where you're being very intentional. You want to be intentional, you're going to have to start by setting your intentions. Now that you've released, now that you are harvesting, it's time to plant new seeds. You got to set your intentions for the next season and the next cycle of your life. And since we're using agriculture as the analogy, in the world of agriculture, it's said that if you're not scheduling a harvest, you're scheduling a season of lack. So what seeds are you sowing now? What seeds will you be intentional to sow now for your future? So from this day to the winter solstice, it's a power 90-day window. And we'll be doing a 90-day transformation challenge. And not only are you going to get access to these videos, you will definitely be able to get access to the classes at Manifest University, get access to the community, and all the great things that's going on there, man. That's really what the growth is about. Is getting yourself in the environments where people are growing, where people are being intentional. Yeah. 90-day spiritual alchemy challenge. You want to learn how to turn your losses and into lessons. That's what it's going to be showing you how to do. Let's be real though. Most people are asleep. A lot of people wake up every day, but they're not awake. For sure. You know what I mean? They live in routines. They're functioning. There's a lot of people saying that you fine and you're not fine. You just functioning. You just you living in routines, but you're not alive. You're not living. There's way too many people that are slaves to the system, but they call it freedom. And you think you're free because you can buy whatever it is that you feel like purchasing. You know what I mean? You can post a selfie about it. You think you're free because you get 2 days off of work a week. You think, and I'm not, speaking against working a 9 to 5. That's not what I mean by that. But I mean, guys don't sit on man-made thrones. I mean, there's way too many people who are still trapped inside a system that's giving them lacking limitation. Trapped inside mindsets and mentalities that's offering them lacking limitation, and they calling it freedom. That's not freedom. That's programming. That's programming. So greater shall you be, greater shall you do. That means greater shall your programming. Greater shall you have to be programmed. You're gonna have to deprogram yourself. It's about that time. 90 days of spiritual alchemy. What do you think would happen in your life if you gave yourself 90 days of the right formula, 90 days of the right mindset, the 90 days of the right thought process? What do you think? What do you think would happen? What do you think would take place if you gave yourself 90 days of getting the proper instruction, 90 days of accountability? See, that's another thing. Most of the time, you don't really be being held accountable to what you be on. You don't really be being like who. You don't really be being held accountable. And the thing is, a lot of people avoid true situations of accountability. Avoid situations where someone is really going to know when you being real or when you faking. I know people right now that, they say that they got a fitness goal, but they won't go get a trainer. You won't go get someone that's going to call you. I mean, if they do, it's the trainer that's at the gym, right? Like, it's not someone who's going to call you. It's not someone who's going to call you out. It's not someone who's going to be, truly invested in you to be like, yo, this is what you said you was going to do, and you're not doing it, fam. And we need that. We definitely need that accountability. So that's what this program is also offering you, is doing something in a community discourse setting where there's definitely going to be some accountability that's built into that. Outside of the community, you're also going to have we're gonna have accountability sessions and classes throughout the 90-day period, just to see how you coming along. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it, man. But anyway, I'm gonna have that available for you. The 90-day challenge that'll be up and running on brianhyppolite.com in just a little bit. I'm updating the information right now. Transform. Yeah, man. 90 days. I think that's enough time. I think that's enough time for you to grow beyond the things that have been restricting you, behind the things that have been limiting you, the falsehoods that you believe in. I mean, that's definitely enough time to rewire mindset. That's definitely enough time to unlearn and relearn. Yeah. Get your tickets. Yeah. Man, I love y'all a lot. Thank you so much for supporting. I'm getting all this stuff together for you, man. I pray today's a good day. Not just a good day, but a day of alignment for you. You know what I mean? A day where you are living a life that reflects your greatness, not your struggles, not the things that you, not your trials and your tribulations, but your passion, your purpose, and just the greatness that's within you. That's what it's all about. That's really what it's all about. So we're talking about setting intentions for this next cycle. So between now, the fall equinox, and the winter solstice, that's a powerful 90-day window. And it's a great time to ask yourself, what do you want to be at the end of this year? At the end of this year, what is it that you want to be? It's a great time to ask yourself that type of question. Where do you want to be at the end of this year? What's the one shift that you can commit to daily that would change everything? Like, my motto, man, the right questions lead to the right answers. So sometimes you got to upgrade the quality of the questions that you're asking yourself. What's one shift that you could commit to daily that would change everything for you? I think that's something that's important that'll help you. Put some music on. Yeah. Let's see. I would love for you to create a 3-month vision. Break it into monthly targets. Anchor it with, daily wisdom, daily rituals. That's going to help you do it. That's going to help you execute it. Create a 3-month vision from October 1st to the end of the year. What you want to see happen in your life. What you want to see happen for yourself. Your morning routines, your dieting, your fitness, your business, but most importantly, your meditation. Like, create a 3-month vision of where you want to see yourself, what you want to see happening over the next 90 days of your life, ending this calendar year. Now, I mean, let's expand the vision further than that. Let's look and see how you want your 2026 to be, what you want it to look like. And based off of what you want that to be like, what should you be focused on for the next 90 days? What's going to help you transform yourself into the version of yourself that is going to create the life that you want for the next 365 days? Like, that's really the hack. When we talk about manifesting, it starts with a vision. And then and then after that start, you have to align yourself with that vision. So what's the vision for 2026? What's the vision for the next 5 years of your life? Even, like, you got to have a vision of what it is that you want. If you just waking up every day just flying by the seat of your pants, life is going to be stressful as hell. If you are waking up every day and just reacting to whatever life brings your way, you just trying to be better than yesterday, and you just trying to make it to the end of the week, yeah, it's going to be stressful. It's going to be a whole lot of trials and tribulations because you're living an extremely nearsighted life. What I'm asking you to do right now is to come up with your vision for at least the next 365 days of your life. What it is that you want, what it is that you plan on seeing, what it is that you want to manifest. And based off of that vision that you have for your next 365 days, what is it that you should be focused on for the next 90 days so that you can align yourself with your 365-day vision? Let's be a lot more intentional. And this is still visualizing on a micro level. We're only talking about 365 days here. We're only talking about what you're going to do in the next 90 days, but it's extremely important to align yourself with the things that is going to allow you to be greater. Remember, balance your divine drive with divine rest. Remember, balance. The transformation does not happen from overworking. It comes from alignment. It comes from consistent action. So this is going to be a powerful time to get to realign yourself with the divine planning and divine time that you're supposed to be on. You know what I mean? Big shout out to everyone that's watching on Twitch, to everyone that is tapping in with Manifest Nation, everyone that is following the channel, everyone that is subscribing. And listen, if you're watching from anywhere else, if you're watching from TikTok, IG, Facebook, YouTube, shout out to y'all. Thank you for tuning in and tapping in. But I do want you to know that you are only getting crumbs from this table. This is a meal that has been being delivered to you on Twitch. And if you're watching from anywhere else, you won't get the replays. You won't even get this full episode. You won't get none of the bonus content. So definitely come over to Manifest Nation and be a part of the live broadcast that happened 7 p.m. Monday through Friday Eastern Standard Time. But definitely on Mondays, I also pull up in the mornings for Manifest Monday so that I can give you some powerful information that's going to allow you to align with your greatness. Repeat after me. I am balanced. I am aligned. I release what no longer serves me. I harvest what I have grown. I step into my next season of transformation with clarity, purpose, and power. We're going to say that again. I am balanced. I am aligned. I release what no longer serves me. I harvest what I have grown. I step into my next season of transformation with clarity, purpose, and power. This is your equinox activation. Yeah. Carry it with you as we move into this season of change. Let today mark the moment you realign with your greater self. Yeah, what's going on, yeah? That's one of my mentees from Manifest University. Big shout out to Yaya. Much love to you. You say you helped me save me, man. I love that. Because that's all I wanted to do. Is help you save yourself. I never claim to be a healer or anything like that, man. I just know how to direct you back to the God within you. and how to get direction from the God within you. And that's why what I be talking about works, and you can't lose with what I use, because it's not about me, it's about the God within you. And so it's always a great day when I get to see someone reconnect with that God within them and then start operating from that power, man. And over the time of being in my mentorship program, you did some amazing things, a lot of transformation within yourself. You even wrote your book and published your book, became a first-time published author. Like, there's so much transformation, and I brag on you all the time. I want you to know that you are definitely one of the mentees that I bring up and that I brag about the transformation that I've seen. When they say, well, what examples can you show me of someone who was in your program for 6 months and then had a radical transformation? I bring you up, for real. That's what it's about. Matter of fact, if anyone is interested in getting into my mentorship program, send me a message on whatever program, whatever platform you connect with me on. Send me a message. Tell me that you're interested in mentorship. I'll tell you right now, man, it's a good time. It's definitely going to be a life-changing thing for you. It's to work with me one-on-one, have me working with you one-on-one for the next 6 to 8 months. It's definitely going to be impactful to you and to the generations that follow you. So if that's something that you're interested in, send me a message and I'll get you more information on starting that process. We'll get a one-on-one interview on so I could tell you more about the program. You can tell me more about yourself. We'll see if it's a good fit and we take it from there. I have 2 programs that's available. I have one that just helps you with the unlearning and relearning and kind of getting back on your path. And then I have a mastery mentorship program where I teach you walk you through the process of either starting a business, creating an asset like writing a book, and showing you how to turn that book into multiple streams of income, as well as life and legacy planning. A lot of powerful things. And let me know what you whenever you want to talk more about it. Let's talk more about it. I would love to tell you about these powerful programs because the results don't lie. Whenever you want to jump on a live, you let me know when you got some time, because I would love to talk to you about your mentorship experience, what you're doing now with the information that you got, and just all those great things. Because I know last time we talked, you was doing better than what you was even anticipating, taking place. And I love that for you. I'm so proud of you and the devotion that you've given to breaking generational curses and creating generational wealth. So thank you for being a part of the Manifest Mentorship Program. You know what I mean? That's what I love most about being a mentor, seeing that light bulb pop up over y'all head when I ask you a question and you answer you answer your question, and then that answer that you gave yourself leads you to some amount of clarity. And you have that aha moment. I love that. Carl, what's going on? Mr. Chambers, what's going on, my brother? Man, I love you, bro. Next time I'm back in the city, I'm definitely gonna hit you up so we can link up, man. It's been way too long. It's been way too long, bro. So look, family, over the last few months, today's the fall equinox, I believe, right? So over the last few months, the sky's been speaking to us in undeniable ways, right? And so we've witnessed a blood moon, reminding us of endings, of revelations. We've seen hidden truths coming to the surface and lives around us. Then we've seen an eclipse, which is a representation of a cosmic reset button, cutting cords and shifting and ending of new timelines and beginning of new ones. We felt the forced closing and of different things in our lives, whether it's relationships, different seasons, different things that were already outdated and expired, but had not been released from our lives. We seen them coming to a forced close recently. Like, it's not just happening with me. It's not just happening with those I'm speaking with. I know you know what I'm talking about. And it's no coincidence that we're all experiencing these things at the same time as it's happening in the atmosphere, in the sky, right? Um, so we arrive here today at the fall equinox, this moment where day and night stand as equals. And it represents balance, it represents harmony, it represents alignment, and it represents transformation. This isn't random at all. Like it's really like heaven has been mapping out the same journey that we all must walk within ourselves. The endings, the release, the reset, and now the balance. What's happening, Omar MU in the building? What's good? And so, like even that blood moon, that wasn't just a beautiful sight to see. It was a mirror. It represents times of endings and awakenings. And it revealed what was in the shadows of our lives. It shined a light on some gray areas, some areas where we have been compromising, some things that we said, well, no one knows about it, so I'm gonna just put that over there. And it was like a light was being shined in your consciousness saying that can't stay there any longer. I know you know what I'm talking about. I know you know what I'm talking about. Drop a one if you know in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. Shout out to everybody on Twitch. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your subscriptions. Thank you for following the channel. Make sure that you pull up and that you follow. What's going on, Sheila? I see you. Then the eclipse swept through with these cosmic interruptions to disrupt you out your comfort zone and shake loose of the things that you were clinging to. The God's been telling you, the sky, the very universe that you are in has been telling you, this cycle is over. Stop holding on to it. And it's been saying that to you, and your consciousness has been saying it to you, and astrological behavior, it's been putting it right in front of you in the messages, in the billboards, and the songs. It's telling you that this cycle is over. Stop holding on to it. Stop holding on to this person. Stop holding on to that connection. Listen, some of these connections that you still holding on to are so old. They're like CD players in a world full of streaming MP3 connections. Like, that's not even the same type of connection that is an alignment with you. That's not even what's going to add value to you. No, that's archive. You know what I mean? At best, we could say it's a classic. At best, we could call it a classic. But what we do know is that it's not moving forward with you. So now this equinox arrives, and this equinox is not here to destroy, but to stabilize. This equinox is a divine reminder that chaos brings, after the chaos comes balance. After shedding, after disruption, there's regrounding and alignment. And the cosmos are teaching us the rhythm of life, which is death, rebirth, balance, and growth. So on this day, on this divine day of light and darkness being equal, the lesson is balance. And you know what? Let's elevate the consciousness, because I don't even really like the word balance, to be honest with you, because balance itself can be its own balancing act. I align with harmony. Harmony. Yeah. Like everything flowing together, everything working together, everything moving together every one thing is complementing the other. You ever had harmony? You ever sang with somebody in harmony? You know how you know what's required in order to sing in harmony or be in harmony or play in harmony if you're on an instrument? Listening to the other components. Listening. You can't be in harmony without listening. You can't be in walk in harmony without with your spirit, with the voice of God within you. You can't walk in harmony with this universe if you're not listening to it. And that's what this moment is for you to stay still, get quiet, and begin to listen. That's what it's all about. Ask yourself some powerful questions. And right now, those powerful questions may sound something like this. Where have I been living in extremes? Because we're talking about balance. So if you've been extreme in one area, that means there's probably an imbalance on the other side of that scale. Where have I been living in extremes? And this was a real reality check for me, because I think by nature, by whatever, I'm an extremist naturally. But at different periods of time, I had to check myself. Where have you been living in extremes? Because we want some more balance. Am I working too much and resting too little? Am I giving too much and receiving too little? Am I present in my spirit, but lost in the noise of survival? Yeah. The right questions lead to right answers. The right answers give you the right clarity. The right clarity gives you the proper direction. With the proper direction, all you have to do is move in alignment. So I'm saying to you the same thing that the sky is saying to you. Restore your balance. Align your inner world so that you can thrive in your outer world. That's really what it's all about. Drop a 1 in the chat if I'm talking good to you. Drop a 1 in the chat if it's making sense to you. I got a 90-day spiritual alchemy challenge that I would love for you to be a part of. And when I say within the next hour, I'm going to have it available so that you can purchase it at brianhyppolite.com. But it's going to include daily challenges, motivation. You're going to get not just motivation, because you don't need motivation. You need a blueprint. It's giving you a daily blueprint of things to do to turn your losses into wins, turn your tragedies into your triumphs. And so every day you're going to get a video from me that is a daily empowerment and a daily challenge. There's going to be weekly checkpoints. There's going to be live classes. You'll get those class recordings if you miss them. There's going to be physical and virtual learning material. And you're going to have access to my online community, Manifest University, for the entire duration of this 90-day challenge. And I'm going to make sure that the first, it's got a limited space. So we'll probably do maybe like the first 15 people will get a 30-day one-on-one. I mean, a 30-minute one-on-one coaching call with me. Yeah. So and within that call, we definitely going to make sure that you get some elevation and get some powerful things. So like I said, you give me like the next 60 minutes and I'm going to have that available for you at brianhyppolite.com. I'm just updating the information from the last 90-day challenge that I done. And this is the spiritual alchemy, man, like, because we were given such amazing things in our lives to create the realities that we desire. But sometimes they came to us by way of pain. Sometimes it came to us by way of trauma. Sometimes it came to us by way of burdens. And there's losses, and there's all these things that we are meant to use as catalysts for change, catalysts for transformation. And oftentimes what happens is we don't ever do anything with it, but just suffer from it. And so this challenge aligns you with the greatest version of yourself, all while showing you how to use these things as fuel for your transformation. And it's a really powerful thing, man. The moon has told us in this eclipse that recently took place that just like the trees are shedding leaves, it's time for us to release certain things. And you know, I kind of had an epiphany the other day about the difference between a release and letting go. Like, it hit me, the difference between the two. Because I think oftentimes we release things, or I mean, we let go of things, but we don't release them. I think we are still holding on internally to things that we should have completely broken away from. And because of that, it really restricts us from experiencing what we're meant to experience, from moving forward the way we're meant to move forward, because we haven't released it. You might have let go with your words and even in your actions, but vibrationally, you're still holding on to that old thing. You're still carrying that old thing. And it's time to change that. What's happening? It's time to switch that up. It's time to be honest with yourself about what you're going through, what you're dealing with, and what changes you want to see in your life. And the sky is telling you that right now, to confirm what your spirit has been telling you. And that's the wonderful thing about it, is like, if you are been listening to your spirit, this is what your spirit has been saying. So when you look up in the sky and there's an astrological event that's just confirming that, man, like, what else do you need, fam? What else do you need? The blood moon that we seen, 2 weeks ago, that revealed what you needed to learn. The eclipse cleared the path, and now the equinox is asking you, what have you harvested? What do you have to harvest? And if nothing, you should have gratitude, because gratitude really is the number one harvest. Being thankful for the ability to have something to be thankful for. Write down 3 things that you're thankful for, 3 things that you've gained this year, 3 lessons that you learned, 3 breakthroughs that you have, 3 victories that you've encountered. These are your fruits. Honor them, celebrate them, and carry them forward. This is the turning of the wheel. Setting your intentions and your transformation from now until the winter solstice. This is a 90-day cycle of transformation. What will you be doing? Ask yourself, what will I create before the end of this year? Who will I become in this last stretch of 2025? Who? What is it that you need to do? What is it that you need to create? What is it that you're meant to do? What is that you're meant to create? What have you been delaying? What had you been putting off that you really need to get done? Well, if your spirit been talking to you and telling you, hey, that thing, you need to take that seriously, you should listen. You should listen to these divine moments of information that your spirit is offering you. Because your spirit does not exist in this space of time. Your spirit exists in the space of divine alignment. So if it's speaking to you, it's on some at this moment of divine alignment, which means if you respond to it, there's something great for you that can happen in this moment. And it's a great day to decide to do that. It's a great day to align yourself with the life, the legacy, the internal experience that you want to have. What's happening, Keo? I love you and I miss you. It's a great day though. This equinox is here to help you stabilize and plant your new seeds, to anchor your intentions with actions, to commit to balance and discipline and growth. I don't know what y'all doing at the moment, but if you're not operating a piece of heavy machinery or attended to a small child, if you really could at this moment, kind of just sit still for a second, at least give yourself the next, I don't know, 60 to maybe 90 seconds of just pure intention towards yourself. I would love for you to just give yourself a moment, take a deep breath. I love this thing that's called box breathing, and it's taking a deep inhaling through your nose for 4 seconds, holding it for 4 seconds, and then releasing it through your mouth for 4 seconds. It's called box breathing. And when I do it, I feel it up, like it resets my body. It calms me down. But whether you want to do that or something else, man, just for a moment, just take a deep breath, and if you can, repeat these words that I'm going to give you, and allow them to remind you exactly who and what you are. So I'm gonna take this deep breath for you. Repeat after me. I am balanced. I am aligned. I release what no longer serves me. I am balanced. I am aligned. I release what no longer serves me. I harvest what I have grown. I walk in the rhythm of life. I embrace this next season with clarity, purpose, and power. I embrace this next season with clarity, purpose, and power. Yes, listen, family, the sky has been telling a story that is in alignment with what your spirit has been telling you. And I don't know what other confirmation you need. This is a story of endings, forced close, release, balance, rebirth, harmony. This season is not about fear, it's about alignment. Only thing that you should fear is not being in alignment. Walk into it with gratitude. Walk into it with intention and courage, not just wanting and wishing and desiring and thinking that that's what's going to happen. No, let's be much more intentional. Let's not just put it in the wind. It's going to require a higher level of intention. Excuse me for one moment. I see this phone about to die, yo. So it's going to require a higher level of intention, a high level, and intention is consciousness, right? And what is consciousness? Consciousness is awareness, being aware, as well as moving with intention. Consciousness is awareness and intention. So it's a great time, it's a great season to become aware and to move with intention based off of what you are aware of. If you're going to keep knowing that something's wrong and not doing anything about it, please stop complaining that you're not getting the results that you desire when you're not moving in alignment with that. Yeah. So listen, may this fall equinox activate your next level of greatness, of peace, and of power. If you're watching this from IG, from Twitch, if you're watching it from anywhere but on Twitch, let me just say that so I don't got to name everybody. If you're watching this from anywhere but on Twitch, then I definitely want you to join the family on Twitch so that you do not miss another episode, that you don't miss another moment where I'm streaming live. I'm trying to say y'all life, RG. Yeah, so you don't miss another moment. You'll get the notifications when I'm streaming, and you can come and you can pull up. Also, when you subscribe to the channel, you get access to the Manifest University community, my online community. You get access to 8 of my eBooks, my digital workbook, my affirmations, my guided meditations, and all the greatness that's going on inside my wonderful community. For those who, watch me on social media and check out my posts and stuff like that, that's just, those be the crumbs. Those really just be the crumbs from things that I be saying inside the community. And so come and get the full meal. Just like if you're watching this anywhere but on Twitch, come and get the full meal. The replay from this is going to be on Twitch. And after a few days, the only way you'll see it is to be subscribed to the channel. So make sure you do that. I love y'all to life, man. We definitely tapping in over here. Manifest Nation. It's really what it's all about. It's really what it's all about. Thank you for y'all for tuning in and tapping in on Twitch and subscribing and liking the channel, following the channel, sharing the channel, because it's definitely my vision to be broadcasting all over the world to millions of people every day and bringing this knowledge and empowering to them. So when you're subscribing to that channel, you're empowering me to do that. And for empowering me and aligning with me and my vision, I want to align with you and yours. And that's why I'm giving you all these tools and these resources that I've created to allow you to be a greater version of yourself. So if you want to tap in with me, let me tap in with you and invest in you as well. So thank you so much for everyone that's following the channel, subscribing to the channel, and of course, joining the live broadcast 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday, exclusively on Twitch on the Manifest Nation channel. So I want to tell y'all though, let's talk, let's be real, because there's a lot of people who are still asleep in the way that they're going through life. And you wake up every day, but you're really not awake. You're living in routines, but you're not really alive. You're slaves to a system that you call freedom, and you think you're free because you're comfortable, but that's not freedom. You're not free, you're programmed. Society gave you a script. Go to school, get a job, pay taxes, get in debt, retire, die. That's not freedom. That's a prison with invisible walls. And the worst part is you'll defend your prison. The worst part is you decorate your prison cell. The worst part is you look down on other people who aren't living the same slave life as you. And I need you to see it. The Matrix isn't a movie, it's life. The illusion isn't out there, it's in here. It's in here. They didn't have to put shackles on our bodies any longer. because your mind is chained. The illusion isn't out there in the world, it's right here. You have this illusion of time. Illusion of time that's related to a scarcity mindset. You have the illusion of money, thinking that money is paper instead of understanding that money is energy. Money is the representation of an exchange of energy, and energy is current. Current has currency, which is what we use for money, but it's the exchange of energy. And when you understand that differently, you'll stop trading your energy in ways that won't repay you in more than one way. We were given a system that said trade your energy for an hourly wage. And that's one of the smallest ways that your energy can be compensated. They didn't even tell you about the other ways that you could invest your energy for your energy to be compensated better. They've given you these illusions of things. The illusions of success, which is really nothing more than chasing approval. That's what so many people are doing with their version of chasing success. Their idea of success is other people's approval and other people's envy. You're not talking about building legacy. You're not talking about breaking generational curses and creating greater abilities for those who follow you. You're talking about the approval of people, the approval of your ego. You talking about things like that, your egoic pursuits. We got the son of man out here believing they the sons of God. There's a lot of illusions going on. There's illusions of identity. Living as labels, not essence. And I'll be honest with you, family. Most people don't realize the chains are not on their wrists, they're on their thoughts. They're on the chains aren't locked. That's the other thing you don't understand. These chains ain't even locked. Which means you can step out at any moment. But you've got to wake up first. And once you wake up, you have to align. Awakening without alignment is just paranoia. Alignment is where power begins. You hear what I'm saying? Let's talk about alignment. Your thoughts are electric. Your emotions are magnetic. Together, they broadcast a frequency. That frequency is your life. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are disciplined enough to embody. If your thoughts are fear and your emotions are stress, your frequency is chaos. If your thoughts are abundance and your emotions are gratitude, your frequency is wealth. If life doesn't give you what you pray for, life is going to give you what you broadcast. So alignment is the discipline of broadcasting what you choose. Again, alignment is the discipline of broadcasting what you choose. And that's why most people stay stuck. Yeah, see, they don't even believe that they're broadcasting. They don't even believe what they're broadcasting. You say you want freedom, but you broadcast fear. You say you want wealth, but you broadcast worry. You make decisions off of lack. Your logic is based off of limitation. The vibration, you are a vibrational match to less than, not greater than. You say you want love, but you broadcast loneliness. You broadcast bitterness. You broadcast selfishness. You want to be loved and accepted, but you so judgmental to everyone else. Listen, y'all, tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm showing you how to change. Only on Twitch. You're not going to catch it anywhere else. You got to pull up on me tonight on Twitch. Manifest Nation, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to teach you some practices to help reset your nervous system. I'm going to teach you how to use visualization to rehearse your success. I'm going to show you how to apply daily principles so that you can have the discipline frequency that you need in order to create the results that you desire. Because that's what it's about. It's not about some right or wrong or my way or your way. It's whatever is getting the results, partner. That's what I care about. I don't care about being right. I care about being effective. I care about being impactful. So if somebody got a way that's making a way down the way I'm trying to go and it's working, hey, put me on game. You know, so if that's how you feeling, that's where you at, then show up with that attitude and allow me the next 90 days to put you on game of how to really change your life the way that you're experiencing it and the way that those who come after you will experience it. This 90-day spiritual alchemy challenge is definitely going to be, divine alignment for a lot of y'all. You know what I mean? Because it's putting alignment. It's not an event. It's putting it into practice. And with 90 days, that's so much time to, unlearn what you need to unlearn, the habits that are removing you from alignment, and reset your attentions and refocus and get in the habits, the mindsets, and the practices that's going to bring you to what your goals is. So again, who do you want to be at the end of this year? Who is it that you want to be going into 2026? What mindsets do you want to have? What mentalities do you want to have? What disciplines do you want to have? Let's start October the 1st building that version of you, aligning with that version of you, getting you closer to that version of you. You know, from the daily tasks and challenges that I'm offering you, from the daily information that I'm going to provide you, to the accountability, to the live classes, the weekly checkpoints, and the various different things that's built into this 90-day challenge that's going to just give you everything that you need. All the resources is virtual and learning materials is going to be available at brianhyppolite.com in about the next hour so that you can get your access to that. Limited spaces are available. And you know what? For the first 15 people, we're going to give them a 30-minute one-on-one coaching call with me. And in that call, we're definitely going to identify a roadmap, a success roadmap for you. So I look forward to speaking with you and meeting with each and every one of you that take advantage of this amazing opportunity, the 90-day spiritual alchemy challenge. You know, every day we reprogram our frequency until alignment becomes your default setting. That's really what it's all about. So if you want to stop falling back into survival, if you want to stop defaulting into fear, this challenge is the fire that you've been waiting for. Now, once you've awakened, once you're aligned, the final step is application. Yeah. It's all about application. Awakening is awareness. Alignment is energy. But application is execution. You don't manifest by wishing, you manifest by embodying. And that's what a lot of people don't get, a lot of people don't understand. And that's why a lot of people don't have the results. Because you don't get it by just wishing and wanting and just saying that and just stating that that's what you desire. No, you get it by embodying it. There's some things that won't happen in your life until you become the embodiment of it first. Like I said, money is it's not paper, it's energy. It's movement. The wealthy don't chase money, they command it with their energy, with their movement. You gotta understand, there wasn't a really difference in energy that went into saying I have a mentorship program that I'm going to charge $2,000 for, and I have a mentorship program that I would charge $10,000 for. All it took was me really believing that I was worth that $10,000 price range. I have mentees that are saying you need to be charging a whole lot more for what you do because of the results that you give, Brian. And it took me just aligning with the thought of what I do and what I offer with my energy is worth this price point. All it took was that energy and changing a few graphics. And then you know what happened next? My first $10,000 client, my first $10,000 mentee. My other mentees was like, I didn't know you had a $10,000 program. How come you ain't offer me that one? Chill, you can upgrade. You know what I'm talking about? So it's all about what you are willing to command, because the universe is not going to pay you anything more than what you believe that you're worth. Anything more than what you got to know your worth, add tax plus interest. And if you're not willing to do that, you're not going to receive greater. You're not going to be able to. If you still aren't willing to up your price, if you still aren't willing to up what you are demanding for your time, your effort, your energy, your experience, then you will continue to settle for what you'll get. What we told the kids, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. If you're not willing to demand more, then be okay with what you're going to receive, you know? But the wealthy minds aren't chasing money, they're commanding it. We're commanding it. We understand money flows to certainty. Money flows to value. Money flows to discipline. If you are inconsistent, money avoids you. If you're indecisive, money avoids you. If you are unclear, money avoids you. And it's coming to my house. It's saying, you know what, they tripping over there. I'm going to go where I know I'm good at. I'm going to go where I know I'm going to be treated right. Money show up over here because money know I know how to treat it. I know what money like. I do the things that money like. So money loves being here. Money multiplies itself here. Money call his friends and say, hey, you should pull up. It's nothing but getting greater over here. Money likes motion. Money likes the ability to expand, and I keep giving it the opportunity to do so. I treat it like it's value, not like I need it. So for those of you who are moving with that type of energy, you know what I'm talking about. And for those who aren't, money's avoiding you because it's a current. That's why you call it currency. And if you are not operating in alignment with that current, I don't know how much experience you got in water, but you know, I'm a Florida boy, so I come from a state that's surrounded by water, and I could tell you a few things about it. I could tell you some things about fighting against a current. When something is flowing in one direction naturally, it's naturally occurring in this one direction, and you want to go in the other one. I could tell you it's not easy. I could tell you there's a lot of things that won't come into your life, that won't flow into your life, because you are fighting the natural current of things. And many of you, energetically, that's what you're doing. And that's why certain things that you want aren't happening for you, because you are fighting the current. Saying that you want something, but energetically holding a different vibration. You have to be a vibrational match for the things that you desire to see in your life. You did what I'm saying? Drop a 1 in the chat if it's making sense to you. Because when you are aligned, money has no choice but to respond to you. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, money is a byproduct of alignment. But here's the truth. Your life today is the harvest of the seeds that you planted 90 days ago. And your life 90 days from now is going to be the harvest of the seeds that you plant today. Make sure that you pull up tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch. I'm going to keep reminding you because I know you got a busy life and all types of other things going on. I want you to remember, I want you to be aware tonight. I'm definitely going to be talking a lot deeper on the things that you do, the mindset shift that needs to take place, and the practices and the habits that you go into in order for you to create the life that you desire. I challenge you to pull up tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch. I challenge you to be present so that you can identify your 90-day manifestation goals. You know, it's important. It's not just important, it's imperative. If you want to see transformation, if you want to learn alchemy, if you want to begin to alchemize your life from the limiting beliefs to the abundance, to the infinite ability and possibilities, to the opulence that's there waiting for you, then we're going to do it. Write that down. Put a note in your phone. Do whatever you got to do. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. Pull up. Manifest Nation. Go to twitch.tv/Brian Hyppolite, or go to Twitch and look me up. Do whatever you got to do. You could even go to my website. Go to brianhyppolite.com and you can hit the link to get to the Twitch channel right there. Like, it's not hard to do. The link's in the bio. Make it happen. But what we're going to do is write down your 90-day manifestation goal. And right beside it, the limiting belief that you must alchemize to get there. See, everybody always wants to talk about, we'll make a plan and then we talk about what we're going to do to make it happen. And we come up with a to-do list of things to make it happen, but you don't ever consider the not to-do list to make it happen. And when we're talking about manifesting, when we're talking about taking something out of our mind and putting it into reality, your not to-do list is much more important than your to-do list. Your not to-do list is what keeps you in alignment with your intentions. So we're going to identify, and this is really good. I pray that you're writing it down or that you're making notes of it, because this is the information that normally you got to get somewhere to get. You got to pay something to get. And I'm just giving it to you freely because I love you. So hear me out and use it for your betterment. We are going to identify your manifestation goal, and there we're going to, right beside it, we're going to identify the limiting beliefs that you must change, that you must alchemize, that you must turn into something else in order for you to become that. We're going to identify what that version of you looks like, who you want to become, who you want to be in 2026, who you want to become between now and December 31st. And we're going to identify the attributes that are currently standing in the way, the things that need to change, the things that need to be shed, the things that need to come off, the things that need to be let go, the things that need to be released. See, you've let go of things but you haven't released them. Nah, they still sitting there. They still sitting with you. You still replaying conversations in your head. You still connected vibrationally and energetically to things that are expired and outdated and do not belong with you in this season. And you can't get the things coming to you in this season. You still gonna hold on to those old things. So we gotta let them go. We gotta release them. Gotta release them. And this is your first act of spiritual alchemy. And that's the first key. That's the first key. Now it's your turn. Drop a question in the chat. If you got a question about anything that I've said, anything that I've brought up, anything that I've talked about, drop it in the chat. And I'm going to answer your questions. I'm going to screenshot them. I'm going to answer your questions tonight. If I don't get a chance to answer them today during this broadcast, I will definitely answer them tonight on tonight's broadcast at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's break through together, because that's what Manifest Nation is all about. This is where Manifest Nation becomes powerful. It's real dialogue, real coaching, real revelations. And I'll choose a few of you a few of your comments, a few of your questions, and get to them today. And if I don't get them to her during the morning session, like I said, I'll get to them in the evening session. The greater shall you be, greater shall you do, and greater shall you have. I want you to see that transformation isn't a theory. It's real, and it's right here, right now. This is bigger than you. This is about generational wealth. And when I'm talking about generational wealth, I'm not just talking about a dollar amount. We're talking about expansion of understanding. How do you get over the fear of failing in trade? I think it would be the same thing of fear of failing in anything. I think a lot of the fears of failings are attached to these what ifs. It's attached to, well, what if this happens? And so we're attached to the fear of a loss, a fear of letting ourselves down. And when we do that, we all sabotage ourselves into failing. Whether it's in our, it's easy to see in trading because it's your habits are on display right there. Like, were you able, and I'm assuming when you said trade, Carl, that you mean like Forex trading or day trading or something like that. That was my assumption. Is that correct? Because if so, like, I mean, that I think I learned so much about myself and the energy that I carried when I began learning how to trade. Because if I wasn't carrying the right energy, like I would always have bad trade days. And when I was having great energy and great moves and great faith, it seemed like a great trade day, as long as I was following, the rules and the blueprint. And I remember always hearing, plan your trade, then trade your plan, and which would remove the emotions from it. And I think a lot of it has to do with removing the emotions from it, removing the what ifs and aligning with your even ifs. Like, even if that doesn't happen the way that I wanted to, it's okay. It's all right. I'm going to learn from it. I'm going to grow from it. But I think it starts with small wins. I was able to build myself up off the small wins off of, okay, well, at the time, I believe it was like I was using Nadex, and I was like, man, if I could get this thing over here to if I can make $5 off this trade, figure out how to make $5 off this trade and get out this trade real quick. Let me and do that again. And before I knew it, was like, all right, well, if I could do that, I'm gonna do that 6 times. And you know what I mean? And got better at getting this micro trade down. And it was like the small wins gave me the faith to go bigger. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you gotta align with faith, because it's either one of the two. It's literally the same chemical reaction that's released in your body, your faith and your fear. So it's just your imagination and your memory that decide whether that chemical is going to be applied towards a positive belief in something that has not happened, or a negative belief in something that has not happened. So you got to choose faith at all times. Like I've been challenging everyone. Like, if you can only make decisions based off of what you believe, the positive beliefs that you have, what choices would you make differently? How would you feel? How would you go through your day if you were just aligning yourself with the things that you believed in instead of the things that you feared? And that has to be the daily practice, to aligning ourselves with faith, feeling the vibration of it. Like, if we closed our eyes right now and just thought of something that we really wanted to see happen in our lives, if we really sat in that for a moment and began to truly visualize something that we wanted, something that we desired, eventually a smile is naturally going to come on your face as you're doing it, right? And at that moment, you are in the vibration of that thing. Like you're feeling it, you're experiencing it vibrationally. And that's exactly where you need to be. Put a pin right there. That feeling that you're having, that's exactly where you need to be. You need to be in the vibrational match of feeling that thing that you want already there. When we talk about money, I don't think about money, because often when we think about money, we're thinking about, subconsciously, we're thinking about the lack of it. Like, when you're talking about getting money, most of the time you also are going to subconsciously think about what's going to happen if you don't get the money, if the money don't come, the ramifications or the burdens that would come from that lack of money. And then you are stuck in the holding on to those thoughts and vibrations of lack. So we've done ourselves a disservice by thinking about money. So what I do, I don't think about the money. I think about the things I'm going to do with it. Like there's like my sister's getting married in November, and I've been gunning for a large sum of money, right? And so what I've been thinking about is paying off my sister's wedding, is being able to walk up to her in November with a check that covers the cost of her wedding and sends her on a honeymoon and to a whole nother level. And I've been thinking about that. I've been thinking about because if I can do that, that means the money that I want showed up, right? that means that what I have is in pocket if I'm able to be that type of blessing. So I visualize being that type of blessing, the things that I'm going to do with the money. And that connects me to it. That puts a smile on my face, and that brings it into my reality. And that's really what it's about. We're not going hold on to any thoughts of lack or limitation. And we just going to choose faith around every corner and know that we have one option or another. So which one? Which one are we going to feed ourselves? We're going to feed ourselves nutrients, or we're going to feed ourselves poison? That's really what it comes down to energetically. Are you going to give yourself empowerment? Or are you going to give yourself something that is going to, make you weaker and damage you and destroy you energetically, vibrationally? That's what it comes down to. So, bro, we just choosing faith. We're going to make our plan. We're going to plan our trades. We're going to trade our plans. We're going to take our emotions out of it. And we're just going to be great, bro. This is going to be great. Let's see. Keo said, I recognize that I'm moving out of fear, out of lag. I can't seem to move past anxiety, self-disappointment. How do I get off that wheel? Break that cycle. It's keeping me stagnant and exhausted. Listen, self-disappointment is a heavy thing to carry. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay down these burdens, Keo. We are going to acknowledge that the self-disappointment is one coming from self-judgment, and we're going to remove ourselves from this judgment seat, where we look at ourselves and say, based off of this and based off of that, this is where it should have been and where we should have done, and what we should, we're going to remove ourselves from that space, because what's missing from that space is love, is grace. And that's what this season is all about. Not about judgment. We are going to accept. We are going to release. Accept what happened. Accept what is happening. And by accepting it, it's not just saying, okay, yeah, it's here, I accept it. It's welcoming it. It's not fighting it. It's seeing what it has to offer you. There's something that even in this moment, that uncomfortable reality is there to offer you something. It's something that is there to shake within you. There's something, it's the catalyst of transformation. And as long as you're fighting it, you're not using your energy correctly to grow from it. So we're going to release the shame. We're going to release the guilt. We're going to release the blame, blaming others, blaming yourself. And that's how you are going to get off the wheel, because you'll stop using so much energy holding on to these old moments. And that's what our guilt and that's what our shame does. It connects us to these old moments. We aren't suffering from what took place. We're suffering from the meanings that we've associated with them and that we've attached to them. So we're going to have to reframe some of these meanings. And most importantly, we're going to have to accept that so many things happen. And we're going to have to embrace the lesson that they're there to teach us. We're going to have to release the desires that we have to play out the old narratives that we've created for ourselves. And I think a lot of times that's what's tormenting us. It's that we've created these beautiful narratives. I know that's what I was guilty of. That anytime I was stuck in a cycle, I had created some narrative and I wanted to still walk out the narrative. But one day I looked up at I had this epiphany, and I was thinking about this woman. I was like, I really don't even miss her. I miss walking out the narrative that I created in my mind. I really like that story. I'm a great storyteller. I like the story that I was telling myself. And I like that her presence allowed me to walk out the story that I was telling myself. I don't really miss her. I missed the opportunity to walk out the narrative I created for myself. You know what I'm talking about? And so I began to detach myself from this narrative and detach my ego from this place of wanting what it wanted and throwing intellectual temper tantrums when it couldn't have it. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what it's about. It's like understanding that and seeing that. I'm really just throwing a temper tantrum because I can't have what I want, but what you want is not what you need. And what you want is something that distracts you but doesn't feel like a distraction. That's why these things that was shiny and was glittery and felt like the way to go and what it was, no, that was just a beautiful distraction, sister. that was the beautiful sleight of hand trickery, and we just love magic. But at some point in time, that inner call for alignment is going to outweigh the ego's desire to be distracted. And now it's like, damn, I took myself so far away just to be comfortable in my distractions and just to make my distractions feel like alignment. But that's not what's for you. That's not what's for you. And this is the moment where you step into your truth. This is the moment where you be real about who you are and what it is that you want for yourself. Most importantly, what you're going to do to get it. I love telling this story because it really rings. It's just so true. Like I remember telling, I learned some really amazing things from some really horrible people in my life. And one day I was talking to this man, very, very evil man, powerful, good-hearted person. I would say, but still a very evil man. And I was telling him about my plans, and I was telling him what I wanted to accomplish, and what I saw for myself. And he leaned over and from across the table, and he say, "What are you willing to do to get it?" and it gave me goosebumps. Now it's like I'm gonna leave here. I'm gonna start with that. I'm gonna get out of this creepy ass energy. And then I went and I had a conversation with a really good man, a high spirited man, a man of faith, a man of God. And again, having this conversation, I'm telling him what I wanted for myself and what I seen happening and what I wanted to manifest. And he looked at me with this faith full of faith and love and light. And he said, Brian, what are you willing to do to get it? That's what it all comes down to. What are you willing to do to get it? What are you willing to give up? What are you willing to do more of? How are you willing to align yourself with that which you desire? Because again, it's greater than you. This is greater than you. This is generational wealth. This is generational healing. This is legacy. This is not just manifesting for yourself. You are rewriting bloodlines. And every time you align, your children inherit a cleaner frequency. Every time you heal, your lineage inherits freedom. Listen, that's why me and Manifest Nation exists. To raise a people who build legacies instead of repeating cycles. So your assignment this week is to define your 90-day goal. Marshall, what's going on, Queen? Your assignment this week is to define your 90-day goal. Who is it that you will be at the end of this year? Who is it that you want to be going into 2026? What is it that you want to accomplish in this last stretch of 2025? Define your 90-day goal and write your belief. Write the belief that you must alchemize, which is the thing that is standing in your way right now, the limiting belief that you currently have or that you currently hold that separates you from the reality that you want to have and your 90-day goal. There must be a belief. There must be something that separates you from that version of yourself. So what is it? There must be a belief. There must be a belief system. There must be a behavior pattern. There must be a discipline that separates you. There must be an understanding. There must be a skill set. There must be a different reaction to life that separates you. Because you get to the next level when the challenges of this level are no longer a challenge for you. So that's how we know you're not ready for your next level, because the challenges of this level still challenge you. So what is it that you need to be doing different so that the challenges of this level are no longer challenges for you? That's what we need to identify. That's what we need to identify. That's what we're going to get to. Matter of fact, you know what? Everyone who joins the 90-day challenge, and like I said, I'm updating the information right now. That's what I would be doing if I wasn't talking to you. But I'm updating the information on my on brianhyppolite.com, and within the next hour, I'll have the 90-day challenge available to be purchased so that you could get in. And we're going to be starting October 1st. We're going to the last 90 days of 2025. We elevating and taking you to your next level. And everyone who joins is going to definitely get a copy of the 111 Keys of Spiritual Alchemy. You're going to get a copy, an autographed copy of that book. You're also going to get a digital copy of it, as well as a digital copy of my Manifesting You workbook. These powerful tools and resources, in addition to everything else that you're going to get over the 90 days of this Spiritual Alchemy Challenge, is definitely going to pave the way for growth and expansion in your life. So if you're ready to step into that, like I say, give me about as soon as I get off of this with you and I can focus on making the adjustments and the changes and uploading it where it needs to be, is going to be available. And the link will be in my bio. Definitely be at brianhyppolite.com. But I'm giving you the invitation right now. Be sure to join me. And we'll just say the first 30 people, first 15 people, whatever, it'll be on the advertisement. But it's going to be the first people that jump on and support are definitely going to get a 30-minute one-on-one coaching call with me so that we can create a roadmap of success for you for 2026, man. That's really what it's about. This is Manifest Nation. This is a place where dreamers awaken, where healers rise, and where creators rule. Tonight, we're taking it to another level. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to do a deep dive into manifesting. I definitely want to see you there. There's not going to be anywhere else except for on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Brian Hyppolite. You can click the link in my bio and get there. Go to brianhyppolite.com. There's a link there. You could just go to Twitch. You could download the app. Look me up. It's going to be right there. Manifest Nation. That's the channel. There's also the community, and we building and we growing. So make sure that you're there. But today I ain't pull up to entertain you. Today I pulled up to initiate you. Today I pulled up so that you would see your illusions and that you would feel the pull and the call for alignment. Today I pray you have began the application. But now it's on you. Keys don't open doors unless you use them. And the right door at the right time, and this is the right time. This opportunity right here, this is divine alignment, this is the right door. And that's why I created the 90-day spiritual alchemy challenge. It's not for the curious, it's just for the committed. It's for the ones who want inspiration, as well as the ones who are demanding transformation in their life. 90 days of rewiring your mind, restructuring your habits, and reprogramming your spirit. 90 days to prove to yourself that you are not average. You are gifted, you are talented, you are divinely chosen. And you have a power of alchemy that you have not been using. You are not broken. You are sovereign. You are not surviving, you are manifesting. So don't just watch me, walk with me. Don't just join the channel. Join the nation. Subscribe and get you access to my online community where we building every day. If you like what you see from me on social media, those are just crumbs that's falling off the table of the conversations that we're having in the community every day. Shout out to everyone in the mighty MU Manifest University. We 5 years strong. March will be 6 years that this community has been growing. Shout out to the hundreds of you that's already in it. Shout out to everyone that's in the Manifest Mentorship and Manifest Mastery programs working with me one-on-one. I love y'all to life, and I wouldn't water you if I ain't want you to grow. It's a privilege and an honor to see you reach higher heights in your levels in your lives. All because it's not a show. This is a movement. And movements don't end just because the cameras are off, family. They live inside the people. This is Manifest Nation. Welcome home. For those who've been looking for a place to build, those who've been looking for a place to grow, this is it. You've been looking for aligned minds and divine minds to connect with. You've been looking for high vibrations to vibrate higher with. Welcome home. Before we get out of here, I want to read you a key from this powerful book, 111 Keys of Spiritual Alchemy. So give me a number between 1 and 111, and I'm going to read you the corresponding key. Yeah, go ahead. Give me a number between 100 and 111. I'm going to read you the corresponding key from this book. And I know it's going to be something that is going to empower you today. I see Sheila on Twitch. Been a big support. Always pulling up. She said key number 19. I got you, Queen. Key number 19 comes from chapter 2, and chapter 2 is on the awareness. The key to unlocking change is awareness. So key number 19 is the awareness of pain. Pain, whether physical, emotional, or spiritual, is a powerful teacher. However, many people resist or avoid it, missing the opportunity to learn from it. Awareness allows you to face your pain with courage and curiosity, uncovering the lessons it holds. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Shift your perspective to What is this teaching me? I love the divine alignment. We were just talking about this, right? Good job, Sheila. I love the divine alignment. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Shift your perspective to, what is this teaching me? Your mindset transforms pain into a source, or from a source of suffering into a tool for growth. Your mindset transforms pain from a source of suffering into a tool of growth. By fully experiencing and understanding your pain, you can begin the process of healing and transformation, turning pain into power. That's what it's about. That's key number 19. Yeah, I'm gonna drop a bomb on that one real quick. That was a good one. My brother Carl said key number 13. Let's see what key number 13 that's talking about. Same chapter, awareness. The key to unlocking change is awareness. And again, awareness is one of the two parts of consciousness. If we're talking about elevating consciousness, that's bringing awareness and then bringing intention. So let's break this down. Key number 13, Carl, is the mindfulness of practices. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment. It trains your mind to focus on what is happening right now rather than being consumed by the past or the future. Ooh, Carl, this aligns with the question that you was asking earlier anyway. Mindfulness is how we solve that problem that you was asking about. Being present, being fully present, not worrying about the future, not worrying about the past, but being fully present in the now. I love that. You answering your own question. Mindfulness helps you cultivate awareness by quieting the mental chatter and bringing your attention to the here and now. Even simple mindful practices such as mindful breathing, eating, walking can have a profound effects on your awareness. For example, take a moment to focus solely on your breath, observing each inhale and exhale without judgment. Over time, these practices help you develop a clearer mind and a deeper connection to your inner self. Mindfulness practices will change your life, family. It sure will. It'll take you from one level to the next. It's the difference between lacking limitations and a lack of limitations. Feel me? Key number 33, we're going to give you that one. Key number 33, because I know that's a great one. I know that's a great one in this book. Key number 33 comes from chapter 4, and that is on turning pain into power. So key number 33 is reframing pain as power. Reframing is the practice of changing your perspective on an experience. Instead of viewing pain as a punishment or a failure, see it as an opportunity for growth. This shift in mindset allows you to harness the energy of pain and channel it into constructive actions. Ask yourself, how can this pain make me stronger? For example, if you're experiencing a career setback, use it as an opportunity to develop a new skill or explore alternative paths of income. By reframing pain, you can reclaim your power and transform adversity into advantage. And let me tell you something, that is something that you got to get great at. Taking adversity and turning that into advantage is what I'm teaching every day in Manifest University. That's what I'm teaching my mentees to do, because life is full of adversity. And so if you can learn how to turn that into something that fuels you, that helps you grow, that points you into the direction of your betterment, you will constantly have fuel. You'll constantly have what you need. That's exactly what it's all about, how to turn adversity into advantage. Big shout out to everyone who called out those great numbers. From 111 keys of spiritual alchemy. Make sure that you get your copy of this book. Of course, it's available at brianhyppolite.com. There are bundle packages available. There's the ebook. There is A lot of great things available. There's a 3-book bundle, a 5-book bundle, an 8-book bundle. You know, I got 10 books, and they're all about personal development. And most of them have 111 keys of something in there that's helping you be a greater version of yourself. So thank you for supporting. Thank you for tapping in. And thank you to everyone that is ready to take it to the next level. It's been another great moment of Manifest Nation. And I look forward to elevating with you tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on twitch.tv/Brian Hyppolite. That's the URL to the channel. You can go to brianhyppolite.com, click the link there. You can click the link in my bio on whatever social media platform is going to have a link that'll take you to Twitch. Or you could just go to twitch.tv. Look me up there. Look up Manifest Nation. You're going to see us, man. We live and direct and in effect and definitely elevating the vibration, man. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tapping in. It's been another powerful broadcast. I love y'all to life. I wouldn't water you if I didn't want you to grow. Make sure that today is a day that you are walking in your glory and your greatness, not a day that is reflecting your challenges and your trials, but a day that reflects the glory and the greatness and the power. And that's within you. There's a divine purpose that's within you. Make sure that you walking it out today. All right? Don't you for one moment play it small when we're talking about your greatness and your glory, when we're talking about your ability, and when we're talking about the promise and the purpose that's within inside you. Stop playing it small. Stop. It's not time for that. Right now, it's time to believe in your greatness and maximize your greatness. And that's what we on. That's the type of time we on, and we not doing nothing but that. So shout out to everyone that's tapping in. Shout out to everyone that's getting in alignment. Like I've been telling y'all, I'm about to have the 90-day challenge available on brianhyppolite.com, and in the next 30 minutes, it'll be available for you to register and get your access, because that's going to get you inside Manifest University. It's going to show you how to turn your pain into power, your tragedy into triumph, your wounds into wisdoms, and your stomach blocks into stepping stones. And we're going to take the next 90 days, starting October the 1st. The last 90 days of 2025 are going to be the best days of 2025. So tap in. Let's do it. It's a great day to be greater than you've ever been. Let's take advantage of the opportunity that you have, man. I love y'all to life, and I'm going to see y'all. I'm going to see you on the next one, on the next broadcast, man. Thank you to everyone that's been supporting the music, that's been going to brianhyppolite.com and picking your own price and downloading my newest album, Tropical Depression. Thank you to everyone that's been streaming the new music. Man, y'all been such a blessing. I just want to continue to be a blessing to y'all. So make sure that you're pulling up so that you could be a part of this, what me and Manifest Nation got going on. Because that's really how you get into the community now. That's how you get into that, get the access to build with me on a daily basis. Like I haven't been with the I haven't been as much with everyone else everywhere else, because I've been doing everything for my community. And if you're already inside, you know, if you're a mentee of mine, no, you do not need to purchase the 90-day challenge. If you are in my mentorship program, you do not need to purchase the 90-day challenge. Thank you, Tiffany, for asking that question, because I'm quite sure there was other mentees I was wondering the same thing. No, if you're already inside the mentorship program, there's no need for you to purchase. You will be given access to the 90-day challenge. Absolutely. That's yours. You already in the place to be. What you talking about? You already in VIP. So yeah, greatest shall you be, greatest shall you doing, greatest shall you have. Come on, now you already know. You rocking with me. You already invested in what I got going on. I'm not charge you for something else. You got that access. So 90-day challenge. Make sure you're there. Make sure you're a part of it. The access is going to be available in just a little bit. I'm finalizing it right now. So I'm looking forward to the transformation that's going to take place, because what it's going to do is really give us the opportunity to identify the things in your life, first and foremost, that are out of alignment. We don't do that enough. We really don't. We say where we want to go. We say what we want to change. And we look at it like that. But what is, like I said earlier, like we focus on the to-do list of things. And y'all be wanting me to give you just tell me what to do. It's really what you don't need to do that's the most important part of this process to get you where you want to go. You want to be in alignment. We really need to focus on the things that you need not be doing, that are going to take you out of alignment. And it's time to focus on those things. Are you ready and willing to do that? Are you ready and willing to align yourself? Or do you still want to be distracted? Do you still want to be a victim? Do you still like the high, the dopamine effect that you get from being able to be the victim of your story? Do you still want to create these realities where you are the victim of your story? Or can we stop that now? Are we done with that? Are we done with that? I hope so. I hope we can be. Because you're definitely being called to higher places than the vibration of victimhood that you've had and held on to. So it's time to become that greater version of yourself, and we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna continue to elevate and align ourselves with greatness and glory. So tap in with me. Thank you to everyone that's been. And the 90-day spiritual alchemy challenge is going to be up and for y'all in just a moment. So I don't want to just keep rambling. I want to finish making these adjustments so I can get it on brianhyppolite.com so y'all can register. Of course, the first 30 people who register will get a one-on-one 30-minute coaching call with me, and we will outline a success map for you. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So, greatest shall you be, greatest shall you do, greatest shall you have. I'm going to talk to you in a little bit, man. Peace and power and prosperity to you. Make sure you pulling up tonight, though, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch, Manifest Nation, our exclusive Manifest Monday session. All right? I'm going to talk to y'all soon, though. Be great, be powerful, be gods. In a minute. Welcome to the nation.